You're listening to Voices of the Valley, brought to you in part by the Upper Ohio Valley Baptist Association and GodSpeakTV.com. Your hosts are Ed Goodman and Chuck Morrow. So take a moment, sit back, and enjoy this episode of Voices of the Valley.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Voices of the Valley. My name is Chuck Morrow, and I'm the Associational Administrator for the Upper Ohio Valley. This is something brand new that we're choosing to do and try out. So with this being an inaugural broadcast, we may have a little bit of hiccups along the way, but I just want you to know that we're pretty excited about what's going on in the Upper Ohio Valley Baptist Association. I want to give a big shout out to our Director of Missions, Ed Goodman, who's down in Kentucky. He's speaking at a revival down there this week, and just be in prayer for him as he continues to minister, as he speaks God's word to those who will be in attendance, and just be with him and all those that are traveling to and from for that revival. And he'll be back in the office next week. But today you got me on Voices of the Valley. We are also recording this, and it's going to be on Godspeak TV later on tomorrow for our regular scheduled broadcast. But we thought we'd try something different out for a change. And I just want to thank everyone for just being here and tuning in. We've got several things that we're going to look over here, and I hope that you're pleased with some of the information that we share today. So first off, I just want to say thank you to New Beginnings Ryerson Baptist Church for hosting the disaster relief training here recently. It was this past Saturday. We had a great turnout for this event, and I'm telling you that we got some great people in the Upper Ohio Valley Baptist Association, our churches, and those who attend our churches, our members here. We had a great training, and I believe well over 35 to 40 people showed up, or might be a little bit more. So that was a great turnout for this event. Jim Messenger with the Convention of Southern Baptists for West Virginia was up for the training, and Pastor Phil was hosting all of it. And it looks like in the future you'll be seeing some coming dates for any other trainings that go on. And Pastor Phil is willing to be a trainer for some of these events. So we're pretty excited about what's going on. And plus, one thing that we know that being trained properly ensures that when a disaster does happen, we're going to be better prepared to deploy in that process so that we can be able to respond quickly in an area, and most importantly, be equipped with the tools to share the gospel of Jesus Christ to those who are around. I want to get around to a couple of things that are going on within the association. Here recently, I believe this past Thursday, we ended up going down, Jonathan and I, and also Pastor Gary Eller, we went down to the Strengthen and Send conference that was down at the state office down at Scotts Depot, and we had the opportunity to really sit in and listen to Dr. Bill Hennard share about church revitalization. We also, Jonathan and I sat in on a class that basically talks about from the parking lot to the sermon, and it talked about advertising, how you're doing that, how you're greeting people, greeting teams, what the individuals are actually getting when they come to the church, the difference between visitors and guests. So it was a great opportunity to do that. And then afterwards, we ended up sitting in on a 3 Circles presentation as well, and we're equipped with a lot of great information for that. Speaking of 3 Circles, we were gifted, several of us that were there were gifted with the opportunity to have one of these kits. Now these kits, it describes the 3 Circles process, and one thing that 3 Circles is about is it's for turning everyday conversations into gospel conversations. And with that, it has a little slider. But I want to share with you some information that's inside these kits. This kit itself is available here at the association office. If a church is interested in starting the 3 Circles series, We have all of the information that you need here at the association. Feel free to reach out to us. But anyways, inside of each of the kits is some additional information. It's from North American Mission Board. Then we also have a training manual for this and a trainer manual. Then in addition to that, the book that's by Jimmy Scroggins and Steve Wright with Leslie Bennett. It's Turning Everyday Conversations into Gospel Conversations. I would recommend going through this book. It's very insightful and it gives a lot of great stories and details about this program and how we can be able to utilize it as well. Again, so you have that book, you have the trainer manual, you have a trainee manual, and also a message from the North American Mission Board. Next, inside this kit, there's also some packets for the life conversations here for 3 circles. And that basically walks somebody through the plan of salvation. And also they also describe the app that you can use for 3 circles, which is really great. And if you have the chance to, while you're watching or after you watch today, go to your app store and just type 3 circles, and you'll see something in the regards of a orange circle that has arrows on it, and then it should say 3 circles of life conversations or something to that tone, because it's a great opportunity that you can have anywhere you go to share the gospel of Jesus Christ. So all of that is in the packet, but even with that, it also has sermon series for the pastors to be able to speak upon, to engage the congregation as you're preparing. You get this USB drive that you can just take the information and pull it off, and you can utilize that at your church and be able to prepare and have the sermon outlines, the sermon slides for you to utilize as well. All of the resources that you need are on this USB drive. You just take the cap off, you take it to your computer, you plug it in, and then you can access all the information. There's also, I believe, some videos on here too. And I would also encourage you to go over to the North American Mission Board Vimeo site, and they have some great videos on 3 circles right there as well. Then you also have the opportunity to have the bracelet as well for 3 circles, which gives a great opportunity for someone who may be wondering about, what's this bracelet? You have this bracelet on, and whenever you there will be another bracelet in that packet. Anyways, you have that bracelet on, and it's a chance for folks to be able to see that, what is that? They have questions, and then they can be able to ask you about this information that's on your wrist, and then you can share the gospel with them at the same time, which is a really great opportunity. So all of this is in the packet, and again, I want to encourage, if you want to start this new series, I know that some of the churches in the association have taken part in this, and I would just encourage you, if you're thinking about something new to do at the church for evangelism, to again check out this 3 circles. I'll bring it over here. Maybe you'll see a little bit better. Okay, so we'll go over here. This 3 circles live conversations. I think that this is a very valuable resource that you can have here. So next, we had a chance to be able to talk with Dr. Bill Hennard, and he actually shared a lot about church revitalization. He wrote this book that says, Can These Bones Live? And it's talking about church revitalization and the different processes with church revitalization as well. And sometimes we think about church revitalization and we have just a different picture, sometimes a negative picture about it. And he actually goes through a lot of great information in this book that tells really actually what church revitalization is. I want to make another note that Dr. Bill Hennard has agreed to be on the show here in the next few weeks. We're going to send him some dates and just get him scheduled, but Jonathan's already working on that. So here in the coming weeks, just as a preview, we will have Dr. Bill Hennard on the show with us, and he's going to talk about church revitalization. So it's going to be a great show for you to tune into. I'd encourage your pastors and those in leadership staff to check this out, because it might not be the whole church. Maybe if it's just a program within the church, whatever it is, there's revitalization that can be done. We're in the process of developing everything with all in and being all in for the gospel of Jesus Christ, and this is something that can play a key role in something like that. So with all of that that's been going on, it's been a really great last few weeks. We have a lot going on, and one thing I want to let everybody know is that with this broadcast, we're really hoping that it can be a broadcast that can enrich who you are in your relationship with Jesus Christ, keep you connected, most importantly, with what's going on throughout the association, because I believe that that's really important as well. I want to highlight a couple of other events that are going to be coming up. May the 5th, mark your calendars for the special event over at Emmanuel Baptist Church at 8 a.m. May the 5th, 8 a.m., we have Bounce House Safety Training. And there will be some more information over the next week as well going out on this. But I want to encourage everyone to go to uovba.com and sign up for this training. Pastor Gary Eller over at Emmanuel just needs to know a good number that's going to be there. But the thing is about this training is that we have this really great resource here at the association. It's a trailer ministry. And within this trailer ministry, we have the Bounce House Block Party Ministry. That trailer is utilized by a lot of our churches during the summertime, especially for Vacation Bible School. And we're really excited that the churches want to utilize these as an evangelism outreach to help kids come in and come to that knowledge of Jesus Christ. But this bounce house trailer has several bounce houses inside of it. And it's important for us to know how to utilize and use these bounce houses. And by having this training on May the 5th, we have, again, the director of agriculture for the state of Ohio that's over top of ride safety. He's actually the one that's going to put on the training. He's doing it free of charge. And it's a professional training from the state of Ohio, which is also one of the strictest states when it comes to regulations for bounce houses. So it's a real vital training that if you have the opportunity to come to, please sign up on uovba.com and then just go through that small registration process. It's on the home screen of the page at the bottom. You can click on that. We want to encourage everyone to come out. He's going to go through step-by-step safety procedures, PowerPoint and classroom session for the first part. And then the second half of the class, we're going to have our bounce house trailer over at Emmanuel Baptist Church. And we're actually going to be hands-on putting up a bounce house. And we're going to be learning the do's and don'ts of this as well. So I really want to encourage everyone to come out to that. Please block off some time to come out. It's, again, May the 5th. It starts at 8 a.m. First part's in class, and then the second part will be inflating a bounce house. So you won't want to miss that opportunity. We also have Praise in the Park, which is going to be coming up here very soon. And Praise in the Park is something that's being put on up in the Follinsby area. I know that Ed has been working a lot with the group that's putting this on, and we've come on board to help assist in some different areas with it. And this will be Saturday, June the 9th, 2018 at 5 p.m. Again, Saturday, June the 9th at 5 p.m. at Follinsby Park up in Follinsby, West Virginia. There's going to be music. Various individuals and groups will be playing and speaking. There's going to be some food while supplies last. So if you're going to come out to this event, you want to make sure you come out in time, and that you, if you want some food, you just come a little bit early. Because you know as well as I do that if it's free food, that it can run out quick. So just come out to that event early. But more than just the free food and the music's going to be worship music provided by various worship teams and groups throughout that area. There's going to be activity for the kids and families. But something that's central with this is that it's going to focus on a prayer. It's going to focus on corporate prayer. And we can never have enough prayer. I think that this is a great event for you to come out to engage with other believers, and also to get a chance to fellowship with others and pray. One thing that we know that we need to be doing every day is praying. And so if you're in the area on June the 9th, I want to encourage you to come out to Follinsby Park for this Praise in the Park. I know Jonathan, he's planning on being out there. We actually might live stream some of the event. I don't know the details completely yet on that, but we'll get that to you. I know that your director of missions, Ed Goodman, is planning on being there as well, and he's actually going to be presenting the gospel with some of the Evangel-Cubes, from what I understand, and between some of it as well. And if you haven't seen the Evangel-Cubes, here next week we'll try to have an Evangel-Cube with us while we're live, so you can be able to know what that is. But next, I want to share with you some great information about another event that you can take part in, and that event is the Kentucky Motor Speedway. All right. Kentucky Motor Speedway every July has a large event, and that is they have their Xfinity Series, they have a Truck Series race, they also have the Monster Energy, the top tier NASCAR race that's going on that weekend. And the premier race is the Quaker State 400 at Kentucky Motor Speedway. We actually have an associational missions trip that's planned for that weekend, and the mission trip will leave from the area on July the 11th, and we will arrive back on July the 15th. The cost for this mission trip, I want you to listen closely. Listen very closely. The cost for this missions trip is only $20. Okay? $20. That's all it costs for this missions trip. Lodging will be at a nearby church by the Speedway. The lodging is going to be a camping style lodging. And also, for more information on this mission trip and opportunity, please go ahead and contact Dave Barrick, and his number is 304-771-8483. Feel free to give him a buzz on that. If you're interested in going, you can let us know here at the office, and we can also send the information out too. You can email me at upperohio@gmail.com, and we'll be sure to send the information out. But this is a great race ministry. It's the opportunity to share the gospel of Jesus Christ with well over 100,000 individuals that will show up during that weekend. How often do you have the opportunity to share Jesus with that large of a crowd? Think about that. NASCAR is a premier sport, and they've got a lot of fans, and those fans show up for almost anything and everything. And that weekend in Kentucky, that weekend, the 11th through the 15th there, that is a real vital mission opportunity. And I really want to encourage, if you don't have, I know we have Vacation Bible School going on throughout that time. I know several churches might have Vacation Bible School planned that week. But if you're not part of Vacation Bible School training or anything else, and you'd like to go on a missions trip, please let us know. We would be encouraged to see that you want to go and share the gospel with individuals over in Kentucky for the Speedway there. You know, I think of the Speedway, and I think about, I've had a lot of great experiences with my first NASCAR race that I ever went to. But, no one came up to me and asked me if I knew Jesus. I think that that's an opportunity that many speedways are working on. And just to know that Kentucky Motor Speedway is doing it, that is great. We did reach out to Kentucky Motor Speedway's Raceway Ministries, and they have agreed also to be on the show as well. So Jonathan will be working on getting all of that together. So that's another show that we'll have coming up here in a few weeks that you won't want to miss if you want to learn more about the Kentucky Raceway Ministry. They will be on the show here in a few weeks, and we'll keep you updated on when they will be here on the show. So again, Dr. Bill Hennard will be on the show, our missions director for the state, and then also we'll have Kentucky Motor Speedway's Raceway Ministry on the show. And I think these are great opportunities for us to be able to plug into and get a chance to learn more about. And, with Vacation Bible School coming up, we were talking about bounce house training. Get involved. If your local church is doing Vacation Bible School, what a better way to be able to share the gospel of Jesus Christ with those who are coming each and every day here. It looks like Ed ended up sharing up some information on the Lifeway information, and so if you're looking at the chat that's going on here on Facebook Live, Ed went ahead and shared some information. So I want to give a quick shout out to Pastor Rick Glover and Tim Turner with the state. He's on there, and we see Ed, he's there again, and I believe that I saw a couple of others tune in as well. Let me see here. If it'll let me. Here we go. Yeah, it looks like Chuck Matthews is on as well. Hey, Chuck, how are you doing? Joanne Bandcamp, you're on as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. If it is anything, is that we're really excited about what's going on here at the association, but even more, we're excited about what's going on in the churches across the Ohio Valley and part of the Upper Ohio Valley Baptist Association. We really are all in for the gospel of Jesus Christ. We're excited about what's going on, and I'm telling you what, you guys are doing great things. You really are, and we can see it here. We can see what's going on, and we know that you're making an impact for the gospel of Jesus Christ. So my prayer is that we all stay plugged in and that we all are encouraged by what we're seeing and what's going on. I hope that you've been encouraged some by checking out this broadcast. This is a new adventure for us. We got a lot more things planned for this. If you would like to be part of this show, okay, if you would like to be part of this show, I want to encourage you to contact us by emailing Jonathan, upperohiointern@gmail.com. Again, email Jonathan if you would like to be part of this show. We would love to have you on the show. We would love to brag about the ministry that's going on at your church. If there's any special events going on at your church, we would love to share those events with others across the association. But again, email Jonathan at upperohiointern@gmail.com, and he would be glad to get in touch with you. You can Facebook message him as well, and he usually responds pretty quickly. If not, he'll respond to you shortly after. But I want to encourage all of you to, if you want to share what's going on at your church, we would love to be able to do a special segment of what's happening within your church. So if there is anything going on, please contact us. I know we have several other things that are planned throughout this summer and a lot of great exciting events. And I want to thank all of you for tuning in. And I want to let you know that no matter where you are in your life, no matter what's going on, to be able to know that you can be God's voice in the valley. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for being part of the broadcast. And thank you all for the comments that's on here on Facebook. Share this with somebody, and we'll do another broadcast next week. So Thank you very much. God bless you, and have a great evening.
Mercy came running like a prisoner set free. I passed all my failures to the point of my need. And when the sin that I carried was all I could see, and when I could not reach mercy,